Wow, you talk about, we're on the poop topics. Well, apparently a man was fired recently for uncontrollably farting in his office.
That's bullshit.
And now there's a lawsuit for this.
I got my job back.
A new...
Sorry.
That's good news.
I had that Whopper.
I just thought you just got off the set from the Dog Fart Network. But
No.
Oh, he got off. Wait, what?
On the set. An invention, guys, that I don't know. I think you might like here. There's a new invention for what to do with the boys when you're sitting on the toilet that protects the boys.
From what?
Yeah, really? From what?
From splashing water.
Who cares?
So when we get back, we're going to get into that. And then my favorite story of
Yay.
the show, a fungus that apparently can induce instant orgasms in women. We got to find out where to find this.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And find this
Yeah.
soon.
It's called Caleb Crispius fungolitis, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the scientific name of this?
A little self-gloss there, dude.
Wow.
No, that's definitely not what it is.
It's a little fungus.
It's derived from your green poop. Is that correct?
It's incredible.
I mean, maybe in Japan.
Well, there you'd be a big fan. They'd be a big fan of
That'd be
you.
huge.
Oh, you'd be
huge.
Yeah. Well, you know they do call you Sweet Carib in Japan.
That's the most luxurious green poop ever.
It's huge.
It's huge. It's luxurious. It's gold. It's got gold tips on it.
All right, guys, stay with us.
Are your money problems causing you marital issues? Unable to hide money spent at today's gentleman's club? Well, you don't have to be a gentleman to come to Gyration. Gyration's dancers work on a barter system. We only hire single mothers whose homes are in utter disrepair. So if you're blue collar and you have a viable skill, labor leads to lap dances and maybe more at Gyration.
My plumbing is all fouled up, and I need somebody to work my posthole diggers.
Do you want VIP treatment without sacrificing your kids' education? Well, don't take your tool belt off. Work yourself a deal at Gyration.
Models are all over the age of 18 except where identification is not present.
Are you tired of riding public transportation and bumming rides from friends? Let Wang & Wanda School of Driving get you off the bus and behind the wheel. Wang & Wanda will help you get your license with one easy lesson. Our instructors are as good as it gets when it comes to operating a motor vehicle. Wang has years of experience from driving in the most populated areas in the world. And Wanda's defensive driving skills are second to none with her lifelong experience of driving in the hood. Take a listen at these two in action.
Okay, roll your speed. Turn your brake on and take a left at the right.
Which is it? Left, right?
I said right at right. Off for the rubber guard. Pull over and let me drive.
Safety always comes first with Wang & Wanda.
Okay, honey, just get in the left lane. Let's keep it at 40 now.
Speed limit's like 65.
Don't you sass me, white boy. I got no insurance on this car. I say drive the car 40, you drive the goddamn car 40. Let that son bitch off.
Wang & Wanda will teach you their special techniques, including wide right turns, rolling stops, driving and texting, sudden merging, and getting your lean on. You'll also master disrupting four-way stops, driving slow in the fast lane, not using your blinkers, and a full array of vulgar hand signs. Visit Wang & Wanda's driving school online to get started today.
Now I know there's some bitches out there with some nappy-ass talents that need to go get their nails did. At Niecy's Beauty Crib, we'll get your nails right and your hair tight. You want a fake plastic diamond in your nail? Well then, girl, you're gonna get a fake plastic diamond in your nail. Honey, you still walk around with that busted ass weave? And Niecy's, we fit your hair up like you wouldn't believe. Bitch, you still scaring birds with those nasty pig feet. Don't worry about your budget. And Niecy's, our prices can't be beat. Maybe ugly,
Why?
but we'll get you pretty. Come down to Niecy's on 4th Street, down in Ebo City.
Financing's available, baby, regardless of your credit. It's Dickie V, baby! And are you kidding me? 3 street guys? They're not diaper dandies, baby!
Nothing can take from the truth. All that is ring true to the word
Crane Mission Show, guys. Last segment of the show. Hanging out here in the garage studios here at the Crispy Manor. Ben Charles, the C Squared, and the man you before us, the Reverend Joey T. And this is another one of his songs,
Hooligans.
Bastards and Hooligans, from the Sons of the Working Class. Great album that you put together back then, man. You and the guys. This was maybe we're biased because we're your friends, but we love this album.
Yeah, I think everybody should love this album.
Well, and that's why we're playing it.
Right.
Trying to get some international exposure to the Craniacs out there.
Exposure. I've had a lot of international exposure, but not the legal kind. So this is good for the legal kind.
That ties in nicely because we do actually have a story about some international exposure in this segment. As always, on the Cranial Mission Show, when I write the outlines, I do save the most base, most sophomoric stories for last, which I know what you're thinking, listeners. I know you're thinking, well, aren't all the stories that you've already done base and sophomoric? And you would be correct. If you want to be a part of the show, you can dial in by calling 813-438-6068. Go to cranialmissions.com. Check out the website there. We teased before the break, a man is suing his work after being fired for uncontrollably farting in his office. And this is what's funny. In the story, it references a Trenton pork roll maker
Pork roll?
is being sued by the wife of a former employee.
What's a pork roll?
Who was allegedly fired for farting too much in the office.
Can anybody help me with that? What's a pork roll maker?
Well, it's
They make pork rolls.
Yeah.
What's a pork?
Well,
What's a pork roll though?
Isn't it self-explanatory?
No, I don't. I've never eaten a pork roll. Is that like a dish that I don't know of?
yes.
Okay, I'm not Jewish.
That's an Asian thing, right? The pork rolls, it's like a...
No, that's a tuna roll.
No, that's on the
Not
sushi
sushi. I don't think you want raw pork on your sushi. That's not.
It's like a sausage.
Okay, all right. All right, I'll shut up now. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Apparently, as the story goes on, though,
God.
it said that he had gastric bypass surgery, this guy, and the consequences of it included, in quotes, extreme gas and uncontrollable diarrhea. And the president began to harass this employee when the smell of his flatulence began to overpower the aroma of pork roll.
Wow. It's like if you work in a tire store. If you're,
You smell like, come home, smell like rubber.
you're like if your farts can overpower the smell of like burning rubber, that's pretty impressive. Huh? Pork rolls, I'm sure, are very like in a factory making pork rolls. I'm sure it's a very intense smell.
Now,
I would think,
this
right?
case, though, I would think that this case could set
This
a
case
date.
or casing?
Well, there you go. I think that this case could set a dangerous precedent, though, because if he goes to court and wins this, does this not set the stage for pretty much anyone and everyone on a national level to just be able to let one fly in the workplace?
If he wins this, I'm actually going to go, and pardon my French, to work tomorrow or Monday and shit my pants. I'd be like, I'm sorry, it was an accident, dude. Like, don't fire me, please.
Well, on this type of situation, it's already that way. I mean, everything's some kind of disease or disability, so you can get so... I can't even keep going on. You guys are killing me.
I almost shot beer out of my nose when I talked about going to work and shitting his pants.
I know. I saw it. And I was trying to hold it together, but I only made it about 10 seconds. But no, seriously, like, there's a disease or some kind of illness or some kind of disability for everything now. And
dude, and I'll prove it. Okay, this is a true story. Back in the day, when I was in my early 20s, which was, in the late 1800s.
I was about to say a while ago.
When I was working for an insurance company that showed
Wait, hold on.
Names.
Working?
Well, again, this is going to play into that. Yes, working in quotations, because back then, let's just say George Costanza and his desk when he worked for the Yankees on the Seinfeld show had a tremendous influence on me. This is back when Andy and I were roommates the first time. We're working at this insurance company, the same one that Jesus Julio still works at now. And I decided... back then, I did quality control, and basically quality control was a fancy way of saying that I sat at my desk with headphones on and listened to customer service calls all day and evaluated how these phone reps handled the calls. Well, as you can imagine, that job will put you to sleep.
Oh.
So I figured if I am going to fall asleep at my desk with my headphones on, then I should get a doctor's note that says that I have extreme photosensitivity, and I should be allowed to wear my sunglasses
at night
inside work.
Yeah.
So I really did get a doctor's note because with the history of concussions I have, it does cause photosensitivity. So I had a medical precedent for this. But I basically just used it as an excuse to shield my eyes from people so I could sleep at my desk. Think about it. It's the perfect combination. You got the headphones on your ears. You got the sunglasses on your eyes. So you can just literally sit there and sleep for an hour. And as long as you learn how to sleep sitting up without your head falling.
It's a partial sleep. Is what you get.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like on Deadliest...
Without snoring.
Well, it's like on Deadliest Catch, how they learn to sleep standing up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, but you learn this. And the other thing that I learned, too, was how to sense the vibration in the floor when people were walking up to me.
Oh, nice.
So I would wake up right before and it would piss them off to no end because they knew I was doing it, and they couldn't prove it. So, yeah, it sets a precedent. But now, I mean, like you say, you joke about shit in your pants. Well, I mean, look, if it's okay to fart at work according to a court case, is everyone just going to be lifting their leg now? You're going to be in like some corporate boardroom meeting, and all of a sudden someone's just going to let one fly?
I think that's fine, dude. You know, it's a bodily function, man, and hey, let it rip. What do they say? What's the saying on that, man? It's hold it in and feel the pain, let it go and feel the shame, I think is what it is. So, yeah, just go ahead and let it rip,
I
man.
thought you were going to say let it go and there's a stain.
That's happened as well.
One thing I've noticed as I'm getting older is never trust a fart.
No,
it's funny that you said that because I actually had that inner dialogue in my head yesterday.
There's two things
and
you
I was
should
so
learn
glad I listened to that advice.
as you get older. Number one would be never trust a fart. Number two would be never waste a boner.
Oh, yeah.
That's also a good piece of advice. Yeah,
I tried that one. I try not to do that.
Never. If it's up.
Woke up this morning. I was like,
Are you Yoda? What was that? A boner this is.
Waste boner you must not.
Wake up password I shall. She woke up.
She woke up from her dog fart.
Oh.
It's not funny, Ben. It's not funny, Ben.
Not funny at all, I don't think.
I'm
man.
laughing.
Yeah, but,
You're an asshole.
yeah.
Dick.
Yeah, okay. So, how about them bucks?
Okay, so you were talking before about exposing yourself. We were joking about the international flashing.
Yes, I did not lie.
As an intro to the break. Well, a serial flasher now in the news after a prostitute appeared in court and gave a detailed description of his crank, right?
Okay.
Now, this guy's name is Hinton Sharon. He's 68 years old.
Was it Ed's dad?
No, it's not Sheeran, but Sharon.
Well, he's just trying to share his penis. That's his last name.
He's
doesn't
sharing
it?
his penis.
Yeah.
But his defense is that he would never whip his genitals out in public because he's embarrassed by how unusually small they are.
His name should be Richard Sharon, actually.
Yeah, Dick Sharon.
That'd be perfect, dude. That would have made so much better story. Sharing my dick.
Meanwhile, this guy has been jailed for 17 years in the past after being convicted of 18 perverted crimes. So I think there's a precedent here already.
No, yeah, he would never do anything like that. No,
he's
never,
embarrassed
ever,
of the size
ever,
of
ever.
penis.
No, never.
Yeah, I guess
Wow.
he's
What
just
an asshat.
Yeah, he's just trying to be like, look, if you want to get with me, this is all you're going to get. So let me go ahead. But you know, the funny thing I find about people that want to flash is there's tons of places you can go that are nudist colonies. I went to that one up here in Caliente. Remember when I had to go serve beer there? Saw more janks than I ever cared to see in my entire life. But dude, if you want to go get naked in front of people, there's places to go where everybody there is naked and they're all cool with it.
My brother-in-law used to work for that Two Henry's Brewing, the one we had recently, or tried earlier tonight, and he had to do work at an event at Caliente. And he was like, "Do you want to go? You want to come with me? You can help me." I was like, "Nah."
That might have been the same event I was at. Two Henry's was there. This was
Maybe.
I did it for the brewery.
About a year ago?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you
I think it
go.
was over a year ago, a little over a year ago.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. It was the same. I think they've only had one. It was their one micro brew thing. There was like 2,000 naked people there. The sad thing about it was like 14 good-looking girls out of 2,000 people.
Yeah, I've
man.
I think that's where Lord Cheese and his lovely wife met. Actually,
Oh, really? They were dogging it out?
No,
well, I don't know if
they
they didn't
met-
meet there, but they used to
They
frequent.
met through a dating site, actually.
But they were convinced that they had shared experiences there, not together, but had both been there at the same time.
So you mean she might have seen his anteater back then?